One next week.
Yeah. Alright, hips, knee. Everything has implants, I have done them. He's here, well, you're here.
I said hello to everybody when I came in.
Yeah.
I'm not hiding.
You've been very busy, I see.
Yes.
I'm hoping some of these cleared up before today, like they. Fixed their violation.
One did. One I have closed out. I'll read that in for that.
I mean, the AC.
I will
thing
bet it's
should
the
Clear up.
AC after the
I have
fact
another one
permit.
today. I was just driving around and not only were they installing it, they had the crane out there. They had to put the handler on the roof. And they put that out.
Was that at 1109?
Hey, we're ready to start. Great.
He knows better. Seriously.
I am going to call the order. Good afternoon. Welcome everyone to the Code Enforcement Board regular meeting on Tuesday, December 13th. 2022 at 1:00 p.m. Mrs. Behar, would you please call the roll?
Member La Sorsa,
Present.
Member Cherbini,
Here,
Member Perliman,
here, Member
Member Murray,
here.
Vice Chairperson Perlow,
Here.
Chairperson Slam,
Present.
and absent is Member Axelrod.
Okay, we could all just rise and say the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Moving on with the approval of the agenda. Did everyone have a chance to look at it?
Yep.
Is there a motion to approve it?
Motion.
Do we have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, the agenda is approved. Now we have swearing in of the public. For those giving testimony related to the case that you are affiliated with, please stand and raise your right hand. Raise your right hand to be sworn. And Mrs. Behar, swear you in.
And swearing in one person on Zoom as well. So please
Okay.
raise your right hand. By the authority vested in me as a notary of the state of Florida, do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
Okay, at this time, we have a public comment, and that is limited to 3 minutes per speaker for anyone here that might wish to address this board. Does anyone wish to? Yeah, we have 2 people. Okay, how about you first, sir? Come up, you come up to the stand,
Oh, I think they're here for cases.
His case.
this is a case?
No, not for your case.
Your case, this is public comment.
Right. Yeah, then we'll get to you.
Okay.
This has nothing to do with the case.
Okay, nothing to do with the case, no one's, okay. Now we have approval of minutes. The November 9th, 2022 minutes. Are there any corrections to the minutes of November 9th, 2022? Hearing none. May I have a motion to approve the minutes of November 9th, 2022?
I make a motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No. All right, unfinished business. Case number CC 2022 -06-007. That's Albert J. Broke. Brock. Okay, not yet. All right, Brock. This is unfinished business, so we're going back here. He's from 3700 South Ocean Boulevard. That's Toscana North. Right next to us. Violation was observed by code enforcement that an AC changeout was done without a permit. First of all, do the board members have any ex parte communications to disclose? Anyone that might be at Toscana that knows gentlemen? This time, I now open the violation hearing. I turn it over to Code Enforcement Officer Osowski for testimony and recommendation.
This is case number CC 2022-06007. My name is Adam Osowski, Town of Highland Beach Code Compliance Officer. And I've been previously sworn in. The respondent is Albert Brock Trust. The property address is 3700 South Ocean Boulevard, apartment 805. Code Compliance Officer Manco inspected the property on June 22nd, 2022. The violations that remain as cited on today's agenda are 30-122, AC chains out without a permit. The notice of violation was served by posting and mail sent on June 22nd, 2022. The respondent was given 14 days to come into compliance. The notice of hearing was served by posting and certified mail sent on November 29th, 2022. Prior to today's hearing, I re-inspected the building records on September 1st, 2022, and the violations have been corrected.
Good.
I have submitted the following evidence, which includes proof of service, supporting documents, and photographs. The town recommends that the respondent be found in violation of the town code as alleged in the notice of violation. The town is asking to waive prosecution costs in this case.
That's good.
This was one that the previous owner did the work, and then the new owner was responsible and he did everything he was supposed to. So the permit's
So
now,
the old tenant had an AC replaced without a permit.
correct.
Then
Sold you.
this gentleman came in and he said, I want to do things by the book, the right way.
After he was notified, correct.
After he was notified.
Yeah, that's what happened is the previous owner was notified
Right.
and then there was a change of ownership. So that's why this was extended out. And then he did everything he was supposed to.
Okay.
So
None.
Sir, did you want to make a statement? You don't have to.
You don't have to, you're in the clear.
One side of that is, I think I understand. But we just moved into these.
If you're gonna speak, sir,
Oh.
if you just needs to be,
But it's okay.
it has to be recorded, that's why. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry about that. I think I understand what happened. I was totally blindsided by this because we closed after all this was done and we were inspected everything and everything was okay as far as we understood and knew. And we just moved in actually 2 weeks ago because we were finishing with all the repairs. So that's all I can say. I mean, this was nothing to do with us in any way, so I don't know what else to say.
That's it.
I do
You're
understand.
okay.
Okay,
Brand new AC to boot, right?
well, we were very happy about that when we moved in, but then, gosh, I didn't. Okay, I mean, I don't know what else to say,
You're okay, you're in the clear.
Welcome to Highland Beach.
Well, yeah, we are gonna be here. We moved,
You're not even getting a prosecution costs. which
So
is
you
pretty
really
rare.
lucked
I
out.
appreciate that because, not easy, retirement. Okay. Anything else you want to know from
No.
me?
No,
Okay,
you're free.
can I go?
Yeah.
Okay. Terrific. Thank you very much.
Okay,
We love it here, by the way.
okay, on to the next
Well, we need a disposition on this.
Need to take a vote on that. Is there a motion to accept Adam's recommendation, which is to find that there was a violation, but the violation was corrected and waiving the cost of prosecution? Someone,
I motion
I second.
motion one.
to dismiss. Or
No, it's number two. It's not, we're not dismissing.
We're not dismissing.
we're not dismissing.
It's a motion to find that there was a violation.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna go through the whole thing. Okay. So it was corrected prior to hearing. I move that the respondents be found in violation of the town code as alleged, but are now in compliance, and that a do not repeat order be issued. And the motion also includes that he does not need any prosecution costs.
It's been waived.
It's been waived.
There doesn't have to be a no repeat.
No? Okay.
So we get you new AC.
No.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
I second it.
Second, all in favor?
I,
Aye, okay, on to new business. Thank you, sir. Enjoy that new AC. We have Michael and Magdalena Radu.
maybe they've been before us.
From Belvito. Name seems familiar, like. Okay, violations were installation of paver bricks without permits. Do any of the board members have ex parte communications to disclose? At this time, I open the violation hearing and turn it over to our code enforcement officer, Adam. At the moment.
This is case number CC 2022-10-006. My name is Adam Osowski and I have been previously sworn in. The respondent is Michael and Magdalena Radu. The property address is 1091 Bel Lido Drive. I inspected the property on October 6, 2022. The violations that remain as cited on today's agenda are 30-122A, paver bricks installed without a permit. The notice of violation was served by certified mail sent on October 6, 2022. The respondent was given 15 days to come into compliance. The notice of hearing was served by posting and certified mail sent on November 29, 2022. Prior to today's hearing, I re-inspected the building records on December 9th, 2022, and the violations continue to exist. The owner has submitted or applied for a permit and it's currently under plan review. I have submitted the following evidence, which includes proof of service, supporting documents, and photographs. The town recommends that the respondent be found in violation of the town code as alleged in the notice of violation and be fined $250 per day for each day the violation remains after the date set for compliance. The town is asking to assess prosecution costs in the amount of $250 payable by the date set for compliance. Also, I spoke to Mr. Radu on the phone yesterday, and he wanted me to relay that he wouldn't be able to attend today's hearing because it's his wife's birthday and he's spending the day with her.
You didn't invite us. We got to put it.
Yes.
Matter of priorities. So, all right, is there any questions, for staff from any board members?
How long ago did he apply for the permit?
Summer night.
Yeah. It was after the compliance date. So it took him well after the 15 days after the job was done. I don't have the exact date with me. I can check that on the computer.
Is the job done now, Adam?
The job's complete. Yeah, he did the job without doing the permit.
Okay.
Before he applied for the permit.
All right, are there any other questions that we have? We can't ask any questions of the offender, obviously, because he's not here. Okay, at this time, the public hearing is now closed. There's no further questions. And is there a motion on staff's recommendation?
I'm gonna make the motion that the respondent be found in violation of town code as alleged in notice violation, and that he, she, they be ordered to apply within 15 days or be fined $250 a day for each day of violation remains after the date set for compliance, and assess prosecution costs in the amount of $250 payable by the date set for compliance.
It's number 3.
Number
civil
3.
violation,
That's it.
Single violation.
$50 fine plus 250 court costs.
Yeah,
Give them 2 weeks to get the permit.
2 weeks.
Let me tell you,
15
I
days.
applied for a permit in September. I know how it goes.
Okay, so that's the motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Are we doing roll call? Yeah, let's do roll.
Oh,
Member La Sorsa,
aye.
member Turbini,
Aye.
member Perliman.
Aye. Perlman, Perlman,
Perlman.
Perlman.
Yes,
Yeah.
Perlman, sorry.
That's you.
Member Murray. Vice Chair Perlo,
Aye.
Chairperson Slam,
Yes.
motion carries.
Okay, next case number CC 2022-10-027. Karen Mueller, Paris, and James Paris. You're over in Bel Air. Violation that was observed was expired permits, overgrowth, unsecure construction fence, open and exposed pool with dirty water. Do board members have any ex parte communications to disclose? This time I open violation hearing. Turn it over to.
And Adam, these are multiple violations.
I'm gonna explain that. It's actually,
Okay.
the only one we're here for is the dirty pool, and I'll explain that.
Okay,
All right. Case number CC 2022-10-027. My name is Adam Osowski and I have been previously sworn in. The respondents are Karen Mueller and James Paris. The property address is 1106 Bel Air Drive B. I inspected the property on October 26, 2022. The violation that remains as cited on today's agenda is IPMC 303.1 dirty pool. The other non-life safety building violations were closed and recited under a separate case number, CC 2022-11-019. The reason for that is they are in the process of obtaining the permits and they have to go before the town planning board, which is going to take time.
okay.
The notice of violation was served by posting and certified mail on October 27th, 2022. The respondent was given 15 days to come into compliance. The notice of hearing was served by posting and certified mail sent on November 29th, 2022. Prior to today's hearing, I re-inspected the property on December 9th, 2022, and the violation continues to exist. I have submitted the following evidence, which includes proof of service, supporting documents and photographs. The town recommends that the respondent be found in violation of the town code as alleged in the notice of violation and be fined $250 per day for each day the violation remains after the date set for compliance. The town is asking to assess prosecution costs in the amount of $250 payable by the date set for compliance.
Any questions for staff from any board members?
Yeah, when was the first inspection where you found the dirty pool?
It was on October 26, 2022.
So it still exists now, 7 weeks later?
Correct.
It's a 4-unit building that's empty, so. But what are we worried about? Somebody drowning and not seeing their body?
That's one is for life safety. And then when the pools are dirty, it attracts
Activity.
mosquitoes, vermin, pests, things like that.
Trying to find a picture of a pool.
Yeah.
Is there no picture of a pool?
I thought I saw it.
I see pictures.
It
of,
showed the deep end.
There should be a pool in there.
It's on page 115. 115. Yeah, this case was out of order in the pack.
I have an advertisement in here. Is this an advertisement? That's related to.
That's for another case.
Yeah, that water is pretty green looking. It's like the Chicago River when they die at St. Patty's Day. That'd be good for St. Patty's Day, but other than that. Yeah, well, I mean, we don't get too many complaints about dirty pools because it's not something that, you know, people normally complain about because maybe they just don't see it. But in this case, they were probably there for other violations and noticed that this pool was
Correct.
horrendous looking. So anyway, do we have an offender present? Miss Mueller Paris or Mr. Paris? Oh, you're the contractor, okay. Would you, you're sworn in, so.
So I guess the best way to explain everything would just kind of be to run through the events real quick. We took over the project from another contractor. They didn't start, but they received the permit, I guess, in November. We took over in February. No work had started. We got in there. The owner currently owned 2 of the 3 units. They were combining 2 of the units, and the 3rd unit was owned by a separate party. We started construction, and that 3rd unit went up for sale. They purchased the unit, and then they got with the architect. And from March till September, the architect was working on drawings to kind of make the building look more cohesive. So they're designing the 3rd unit, which is going to be a rental, but they want all 3 units to look the same from the front. During that process of waiting for drawings, the permit expired because we weren't doing much work there. We were waiting for the official drawings, and in October, they went to the site. We had just received actually the final drawings, and we got a stop work order at the site because we were working without a permit. So we haven't been on the site since the end of October, and we got the violation for the pool at the same time, but we have no power going to the pool right now, and we can't get an electrician on site to fix it because we're not allowed to work there.
Okay, well, the only thing that we're concerned with today is the pool.
Right.
All the other stuff you mentioned, it's those charges.
Different time, he said.
They've been dismissed. So the only thing that we're dealing with is a dirty pool. Which you guys say you can't do anything about.
Yeah, we've dumped as much chlorine in there as you can, but without the pump running, it's not seem, it'll get clear for a day or 2. If there's a way we could get approval to get somebody to work there for a day, we just have to run a conduit from the electric panel to the pump so we can get the pool running.
How come they didn't use a portable pump,
Yeah,
What?
like a gas powered one?
Oh, it's not to drain the pool. It's to get the pool equipment working. There's no electric running to the
Oh,
pool
okay.
equipment itself. Yeah, we were just gonna turn the pump on so it turns the filter on and kind of circulates the water so we could
I
turn
mean,
it.
but to solve the problem,
drain it.
could have just drained it to the front. They have
We-
storm drainage.
We can drain it. That's
Yeah, well, that's what you should do.
okay. That's fine.
Yep. So we'll give how about 2 weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks
Okay.
to get that drained. And in the meantime, I'm thinking that we have to say there was a violation with the pool, so someone make a motion.
And we still have to give a,
And the problem with electricity.
$250
you can't physically
fine?
get an electrician onto the property.
We have a stop work order because the permits are expired, so until they're reinstated, then,
You can't do it.
yeah, they're in the review process right now.
Okay,
All right, so we're just voting on the pool,
Yes.
Would be just number 3.
number 3.
Right?
Yes.
Make it.
I move that the respondents be found in violation of town code as alleged in the notice violation. That he, she, they be ordered to comply within 15 days or be fined $250 per day for each day the violation remains after the date set for compliance. And assess prosecution costs the amount of $250 payable by the date set for compliance.
Second,
All in favor?
I call the roll.
We do a roll.
Roll call. Member La Sorsa,
Yes.
member Turbini,
yes.
member Perlman,
Yes.
member Murray,
Yes.
vice chairperson Perlo,
Yes,
chairperson Schlam.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Ask, before you drain that pool, is he allowed to drain it to the front, to the storm drainage? Or, because he's got a canal right behind him, but you can't drain in the canal.
You can drain it to the front.
Okay.
Yeah,
Next
the,
case.
one-
CC 2022-10-014. Jordan Cohen. That's
No,
1123.
No, 'cause there's a fence around the
Highland Beach
property.
Drive. Violation observed. This is the interesting one. Unregistered vacation rental.
and
I'm
he's,
pretty sure this is the first we've seen of this, but you know, it's definitely something that's been going on. And I just never seen a violation yet.
well, what, we get to see 2 of them by him this time.
Okay.
and they were both complaints. Now,
So do the board members, first of all, have any ex parte communications to disclose? That being said, I open the violation hearing.
this, this is case number CC 2022-10-014. My name is Adam Osowski and I have been previously sworn in. The respondent is Jordan R. Cohen. The property address is 1123 Highland Beach Drive, Unit 3. I inspected the property on October 20th, 2022. The violations that remain as cited on today's agenda are 34-5A, vacation rental certificate required. The notice of violation was served by posting and certified mail on October 20th, 2022. The respondent was given 10 days to come into compliance. The notice of hearing was served by posting and certified mail sent on November 29th, 2022. Prior to today's hearing, I re-inspected the building records on December 8th, 2022, and the violations continue to exist. An application has been submitted that's currently being reviewed, and then a rental inspection is also required. I have submitted the following evidence, which includes proof of service, supporting documents, and photographs. The town recommends that the respondent be found in violation of the town code as alleged in the notice of violation and be fined $250 per day for each day the violation remains after the date set for compliance. The town is asking to assess prosecution costs in the amount of $250 payable by the date set for compliance.
Board have any questions for staff?
Is that 250 per unit or 250 total? You said
For this,
2.
It's one half, oh, there's another case.
It's
yeah,
a different case. So this
it's
is
a
just for
different
this
case on a different parcel.
This case right here.
Oh.
Yeah. It is the same owner. He owns multiple units, but we're just here for this parcel.
That's right.
And we have already set a date for compliance with him before, right?
Correct. I issued it with the notice of violation and
He
it-
ignored it.
he didn't meet the compliance date.
Okay, we have the offenders on Zoom. He was sworn in, so if you could please, sir, give your name and affiliation with the violation.
My name is Jordan Cohen. I'm the owner of the property in question.
Okay, what is your what's the version of events here?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for the meeting. I apologize we even have to do this. About a year ago, I moved, and I just updated my property records with Palm Beach County. I sent all that stuff over in my application to Adam. All of the notices were getting mailed to my old address. And unfortunately, I think whoever was at my unit in Highland Beach threw it out, didn't tell me. I honestly don't know. The most recent one that was posted maybe like 2 weeks ago on the door, one of my housekeepers sent me a picture and let me know about it. And immediately I reached out to Adam. Yeah, the application's now been submitted, so I'm hoping that everything's going to be good to go soon.
Any questions from board members for the offender? Anyone? No questions? Okay, so how long, sir, have you been running this bed and breakfast operation, or what is it called again?
So I've multiple units. I bought the first one starting, I think, in 2017, mostly as a vacation home for like me and my family, and then like sometimes it would be rented out on and off. So in the beginning, it was more of like a seasonal rental, not really like short term. But in the past couple years, it's been more so, you know, Airbnb kind of since probably 2019, 2020.
So you're renting to different people like every week?
In the winter time, honestly, I usually get 1 or 2 couples that stay there for 3-4 months, but in the off season, it's sometimes a little bit shorter term.
Well, I see you got 33 reviews just for this unit alone.
Yeah.
The rentals.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I've got very high reviews. I try to be a good neighbor. I apologize. Honestly, I wish I had known about this earlier. I did not know, and I'm trying to make it right now.
What's the law on this for Highland Beach? I'll ask the city attorney.
The town requires that all vacation rentals be registered with the town, and there's a application and an inspection, and
But once they're registered, then it's fine. And
yeah, we can't, the town can't prohibit them, and the town can't regulate the duration of the rental.
Okay.
But the town can make sure that, you know, it's safe and all the fire safety and all the code requirements are being met. And that's the purpose of the inspection.
Because this town is a no businesses, you know, Highland Beach, there's no business, and you know, someone running a B&B operation is kind of equivalent to running a business.
Well,
right?
Agreed. But the Florida legislature has said municipalities cannot prohibit them or regulate the term of them, but you can require them to be registered, which is what most municipalities have done by now.
Okay. Well, we're just dealing with the case we have in front of us, and the offender admits that there was a violation. Violation exists. Does someone wish to make a motion?
Number 3. Okay, I will. I move that the respondent be found in violation of the town code as alleged in the notice of, it is a 3, right? He hasn't gotten the.
It is a 3.
Yeah.
Right.
And that they be ordered to comply within 15 days. Or be fined $250 per day for each day the violation remains after the day set for compliance, and assess prosecution costs in the amount of $250 payable by the date set for compliance.
That's the motion.
Somebody second? Thank you.
We're gonna do a roll call. Ms. Behar, Ms. Behar.
Member La Sorsa,
Yes.
member Turbini,
Yes.
member Pearlman,
Yes.
member Murray,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Perlow,
Yes.
Chairperson Schlam,
Yes,
motion carries.
great. On to the next case. CC 2022-10-022. This one is at Seagate. And the violation observed was construction workers arriving and setting up before the cock crows. Before the time allowed by the the code.
That's the
So,
wrong one.
do the board members have any ex parte communications to disclose? This time, I open the violation hearing. Turn it over to Mr. Kozlowski for testimony.
Case number CC 2022-10-022. I've actually closed this case and requesting that it be pulled from the hearing. There was a computer issue and the wrong parcel was cited. So I have a new case that was open for
Wrong code was cited.
the wrong parcel.
Wrong
Oh,
person.
parcel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's pulled,
So
so
Is it Seagate though?
it's Seagate. The problem, there's Seagate, which is this building, which is 3224.
Right.
And
And
then,
then there's the new one, which is 3200. So which they're not related, but they're both named Seagate.
ah,
So there was an computer issue and
I thought 3200 was called the 3200 building, no?
it's owned by like Seagate LLC,
ah,
which is again, not related to this Seagate.
okay.
All right.
So it was I unfortunately didn't catch it fast enough, but I caught it to where I'm pulling it.
So, we need a motion to continue it,
No, I'm pulling it.
he's just pulling it.
I'm pulling it and I cited a new case on this one.
No, there's no action for the board.
Okay, no way. Okay, next case then,
Yes.
Back to Mr. Cohen.
yeah.
Back.
22-10-020, Gordon Cohen. This one is for the same building, House of Valito. Section violation, unregistered vacation rental. Again, I'll open a violation hearing.
This is a different house.
Correct.
Yeah, it's a different address.
Different house, if they're both in Valito, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, this is case number CC 2022-10-020. My name is Adam Osowski and I have been previously sworn in. The respondent is Jordan R. Cohen. The property address is 1119 Highland Beach Drive 3. I inspected the property on October 20th, 2022. The violations that remain as cited on today's agenda are 34-5A, vacation rental certificate required. The notice of violation was served by posting and certified mail on October 21st, 2022. The respondent was given 10 days to come into compliance. The notice of hearing was served by posting and certified mail sent on November 29th, 2022. Prior to today's hearing, I re-inspected the building records on December 8th, 2022, and the violations continue to exist. I have submitted the following evidence, which includes proof of service, supporting documents, and photographs. The town recommends that the respondent be found in violation of the town code as alleged in the notice of violation and be fined $250 per day for each day the violation remains after the date set for compliance. The town is asking to assess prosecution costs in the amount of $250 payable by the date set for compliance.
Thank you. I would recommend someone move, put forth the motion. Same as the other one.
It's a number 3.
I have a question for our attorney.
Okay,
What is the time frame for a vacation rental? Is it like one night? up to 6
Anything,
months?
any property that's being held out as rented for periods of less than 30 days.
30 days, okay. All right, I'll
Okay,
make a motion if you want.
do number 3.
Number 3, I move the respondents be found in violation of town code as alleged. Notice of violation that he, she, they be ordered to comply within 15 days or be fined $250 per day for each day the violation remains after the date set for compliance, and assess prosecution costs the amount of $250 payable by the date set for compliance.
Second.
second, and we have a roll call.
Member La Sorsa,
Yes.
member Turbini,
Yes.
member Pearlman,
Yes.
member Murray,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Perlo,
Yes,
Chairperson Schlam,
Yes,
motion carries.
okay, on to the next case. CC 2022-10-007.
Hmm.
And this is Bel Air.
Yes.
Okay, do the board members have any ex parte communication? with Bel Air? No, okay, at this time I open the violation hearing. Mr. Wazowski.
Okay, this is case number CC 2022-10-007. My name is Adam Osowski and I've been previously sworn in. The respondent is 1114 Bel Air LLC. The property address is 1114 Bel Air Drive 1. I inspected the property on October 13th, 2022. The notice of violation was served by posting on October 14th, 2022. After certified mail was sent on October 13th, 2022. The respondent was given 17 days to come into compliance. The notice of hearing was served by hand delivery and certified mail on November 29th, 2022. Prior to today's hearing, I re-inspected the property on November 29th, 2022, and the violations have been corrected. I have submitted the following evidence, which includes proof of service, supporting documents, and photographs. The town recommends that the respondent be found in violation of the town code as alleged in the notice of violation. The town is asking to assess prosecution costs in the amount of $250 payable within 30 days.
Okay.
Okay, does anyone on the board have questions for Mr. Wazowski?
Yeah, I have questions. So this says that it has to be kept clean. Is this while work was being done or?
Correct. This has been an ongoing job site. When they're there, I understand, but when they were leaving or first thing in the morning, there was garbage, debris, building materials. It was left out.
Okay.
It wasn't clean or organized.
Do we have an offender present from Bel Air?
Nope,
No?
I'm a witness. I live across the
Okay,
street.
and in that case.
It's a number 2.
Those,
It's been resolved.
public hearing is now closed. Is there a motion for staff's recommendation?
I make a motion for violation number 2. Violation but corrected prior to hearing. I move that the respondents be found in violation of the town code as alleged in the notice of violation, but are now in compliance, and that is this a do not repeat? No, but this.
Yeah, I think this should be a do not
A
repeat.
do not repeat on this one be issued. This motion may include the assessment of a prosecution cost of $250 because the town proved that a violation did exist.
I second that.
Roll call will be.
Member La Sorsa,
Yes.
member Turbini,
Yes.
member Perlman,
Yes.
member Murray,
Yes.
vice chairperson Furlow,
Yes.
chairperson Slam,
Yes,
motion carries.
right, and this is our last new case.
Must be him.
Number CC 2022-01-005. That's William and Suzanne Fleming at Boca Cove Lane, Delray by the Sea. The observed violation was an AC change out without permit. Does the board have any ex parte communications to disclose? This time I open the violation hearing. Code enforcement officer.
This is case number CC 2022-11-005. My name is Adam Osowski, Town of Highland Beach Code Compliance Officer, and I have been previously sworn in. The respondent is William and Suzanne Fleming. The property address is 1053 Boca Cove Lane. I inspected the property on November 2nd, 2022. The notice of violation was served by certified mail sent on November 2nd, 2022. The respondent was given 15 days to come into compliance. The notice of hearing was served by posting and certified mail sent on November 29th, 2022. Prior to today's hearing, I re-inspected the building records on November 29th, 2022, and the violation has been corrected.
Good.
I have submitted the following evidence, which includes proof of service, supporting documents, and photographs. The town recommends that the respondent be found in violation of the town code as alleged in the notice of violation. The town is asking to assess prosecution costs in the amount of $250 payable within 30 days.
Any questions for town staff?
So they put in the AC, and then when did they go for the after the fact permit?
That I have to double check on the computer.
Because if they did it like in 2 days, I mean, people need the air conditioning.
Yeah, there's emergency situations where it has, you know.
People have
When-
health issues.
When there is an emergency, the contractors that actually work with the town know to contact the building department. They give us a heads up just so this wouldn't happen.
Well, they're all not that bright.
Well, that's unfortunately true.
And they also don't always apply for a building permit. I think they can get away with it.
I lost that sheet of paper. Even.
You want to let the offender to give his testimony while you're.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the computer.
Yeah, then we can call you back up. Sir, you've been sworn in already, so please just approach the podium and let us know your name.
Thank you. My wife and I have lived at Boca Cove Lane for 23 and a half years. We use coastal air conditioning.
William Fleming.
I'm William Fleming. I'm sorry. No. We've used coastal air conditioning until they were purchased by 1 Hour Air Conditioning. They have a good reputation. They've been in business since 76, almost 50 years. In late October, we had a problem with our air conditioning and failed. They came in on the 1st, inspected the unit and said it needed to be replaced. And they could replace it the following day. I signed a contract with them and the contract said that they were responsible for all permits and compliance with the code. And they have a gentleman, Tony Massacati, who's responsible for handling all the permits because they're big company. So they did the work and I assume they knew what they're doing since they've been around for 50
You got a copy of the contract?
I got a copy of this inspection reports, permits. No, they were fined $562.
They were, who was? What was $562?
They were fined for not having a permit.
They were?
Yeah.
Why?
Here's
I can explain.
Yeah, I don't think they were fine.
Uh,
And sir, if you're gonna speak, you have to speak at the microphone. Thank you, Mr. Fleming. It was probably a permit fee penalty.
Whenever there's work without a permit, the building department by state statute issues a 2.5 times penalty fee. That's not a fine. That has nothing to do with code compliance.
But the question is, did the building department catch them or did they apply? That's my question.
Well, I'll let the respondent finish and then
Yes, let the
then I
respondent-
can answer
let the
your
respondent-
I don't know, I signed the
I'm
contract
still waiting for your
in
response
good
for the
faith.
other
and
question.
That's kind of the end of it.
This is what I'm getting from this. It's no different than we've heard, you know, a million times before about people in our town that trust the contractors to do the right thing.
Right.
You know, they hire an AC company and the AC company fails for whatever reason, get the permit. Maybe they do it later, maybe they don't, maybe they think they can get away with it, but the end line is. Our precedent is that we have to hold somebody responsible for it, and that responsibility falls upon the unit owner, unfortunately. So, you know, I usually call it strict liability, you know, it doesn't mean that you had any bad intent. Doesn't mean that you were even negligent, it means probably it was their fault, but we have to assign blame to somebody.
And, you know, in all the air conditioning work, and I've had 2 or 3 units over the 23.5 years. You know, I just had the contract to do it. They said, we get the permits, we'll do it the way it's supposed to be done, so.
I
that's
would
what
leave a negative review for this AC company, you know, let everybody know that they cost you money today by not getting a permit. And if, you
Well,
know,
they got the permit and everything.
Yeah,
That's my question.
they got the permit after the fact.
Yeah, but the question.
I-
I don't know the timeframes.
Yeah, I have the time frame now.
now you got,
I inspected the property on November 2nd. In the pictures, you can see the contractors actually doing the work. The compliance date was November 17th. The contractor first applied for the permit November 23rd.
ooh,
Oh,
So it was
Wow.
after the compliance date.
he punished you.
yeah,
No,
We know that, sir, we know this is not, you know, it's not your fault,
but
it's just that, you know.
our
this is
chair
the
said
town
it
that
perfectly.
we made an exception and said, yeah. You know how many people have the same problem that come in front of us and, you know, it's not their fault. They got screwed by a contractor that didn't do what they were supposed to. But unfortunately.
You're gonna have
it's
to
just-
go back to your own contract and go against them.
Yes.
But we're not finding you here. It's just, would just be the cost of prosecution, right?
Correct.
Okay, so. Yeah, it's no fine, just the cost of prosecution.
You should recover that from them.
Board in business.
And what, I don't. know what
That's
the
number
penalty
2.
is as
What?
well,
Number 2.
paid by them.
Yeah, as I explained, that is a Florida Building Code state statute. There's a penalty whenever anybody does work without a permit.
So they paid $560.
that's it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Already.
That's them, and you know what, they should reimburse you for your court costs today.
Exactly.
$250. You could actually go after them in small claims.
Small
court.
claims.
Well,
Right?
they seem to be, you know, the First Gas Company has been around for almost 50 years. They have a guy, Tony Mascotti, that's responsible for getting these permits.
Right.
I told him, if I can charge today, I'm going back to you, and he said, we'll see what happens.
Or, you know, take it off your bill.
Yeah,
Just that.
If you pay it 13.
No. but I'm sure they're gonna have to take care of the unit, so maybe you won't pay them when they come for a repair.
Maintenance.
Yeah,
Give you
maintenance,
some free maintenance.
Well,
yes.
I got 2 years free.
Oh.
Contract, so.
Make it 4 now.
13 grand.
Okay, anyway,
We'll do number 2. I'll make a motion for number 2. Violation but corrected prior to hearing. I move that the respondent be found in violation of the town code as alleged in the notice of violation, but is now in compliance and a do not repeat order be issued. We also would like to have the assessment of prosecution costs in the amount of $250 payable by
You could do 30 days.
30 days. Okay,
Will you give me a bill for that so I can take it to them?
Yeah, you'll get a written order. You'll
You'll
get something in the mail, sir.
order.
Yeah.
an order.
Take it to them.
You have a second on there? Second?
That's right.
All those, let's do a
Roll call.
Member La Sorsa,
Yes.
member Turbini,
Yes.
member Pearlman,
Yes.
member Murray,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Perlo,
Yes,
Chairperson Schlam,
yes.
motion carries.
Great, okay, now we finished all our cases and I just have some announcements to make.
Am I free to go now?
yes, you are free.
Thank you.
It is for December 13th.
That's
today.
today.
Public meeting accessory marine facility regulations. That's at 6 P.M. Okay. More importantly, even December 15th, which is Thursday, the Mingle and Jingle food truck event. That's always a good event. Hope to see you all there.
There's a new rule. You have to wear sneakers that match.
You talking about my red and green?
No, I didn't hear anything about it.
December 23rd and 26th, town hall is closed in observance of the Christmas holiday. January 2nd, we're closed for New Year's holiday. And it's now
Adjourned.
adjourned at 7 minutes to 2.
Good job.
Good job. We went through them fast.